Hello and good evening to the Cockpit Real Racing League, the International Racing League, where they race with no stall times, cockpit view, and there's no I've done that completely wrong. What a way to go out. Cockpit view at all times, no assist, not even the driver line. There we go. I am unfortunately on my own for this final day of the season. My co-commentator unfortunately has had to deal with a family emergency with his little girl who is not very well, so we wish her the best. So for the final time in Cockpit Real Racing, it will be just me tonight. We only have 10 races tonight. This is due to the new game coming out, which apparently is buggy as fuck. But we have a sprint and feature race tonight, obviously, and it is down to Hernanos versus Chris in the standings. 26 points between them, and effectively Hernanos has to win both races, and pray Chris does not score in either. But as there's only 10 races tonight, Chris is virtually guaranteed to score. There's going to be a few drivers coming out, and I will do my best to catch as much as I can. Cannot guarantee anything though, but I will do my very best. As we start with the championship leader Chris on the Yas Marina circuit, the new track. Is it going to be his season, or is it going to be Hernanos coming from behind to win? It's nice they have taken it to the last day of the season. It's just a shame there's only 10 races. But I'm sure these boys will give us as much competitive racing as possible. But it will, unfortunately, Yas Marina is generally can be quite a boring race due to it being generally the last race of the season. And with everyone else on the new game. And then, of course, Captain Tillis, who is away on his absolute mega long fucking trip. Lucky bastard. Apologies if you hear me sniffing. I have really bad hay fever. I'll do my best not to sniff as much as possible. We kickstart qualifying with Chris on his first flying lap. Where will he start to set the pace? He goes off track straight away, which is not going to be good. He's going to lose a lot of time already. Already going to be behind one of the Ferraris, who obviously moves out of the way. And a 17.3 for Chris through the first sector. As he comes down the DRS straight, the main straight, or the back straight, we should say. Where in 2001, obviously, the battle between Max Verstappen and Hamilton virtually ended. Well, ended into the turn at the start, but Hamilton at least got him back. But yellow flags going on sector 1. That looks like Hernanos. Wonder if he span. And a 53.0 for Chris through the second sector. This could be a quick time. Well, with Chris, it normally he's been probably the fastest man on track all year. You hear me scream with delight today night is because England finally managed to score, but it's half time and Iceland are winning 1-0. As Chris rounds the final corner now, is thinking around 23.088 for the opening time. As he gets followed around by No Seba with a 124.5. And then Forrest Jump, who he has a qualifier ban, so surely he shouldn't be setting a time. Or has he been allowed to drive? I did say he was having a qualifier, unless they've changed the rules completely with it. Or change it for tonight to allow him to race. Craig was second with a 124.2. Where's Hernanos? He's definitely doing another lap. Not Serban coming around. Oh, he invalidates. He'll be going again. We'll look at Pierre, his teammate, coming through. Probably the worst part of the track I found. I don't like this track. A bit too slow. But I suppose they're going to do it. There's Hanana set at 1:39.9, but he's obviously going to go for another fast lap and hopefully not spin out. Comes around the final corner. And it's going to be a very slow time, but I think he's obviously going to go again. So we'll go to certain Penna, who I missed his first set time. Well, second set time, which is annoying, but it was purple for him. But then again, the purple's often just their own personal bests. And not the fastest of the session, which is frustrating. And a certain Penna comes around the final corner now. What time is he going to set? Is he going to be... Where about he can be in the grid? He goes fourth at 1:25.008. We like. 53, 1 for not serving through the second sector. And Nanos was following him. And around the final corner. No, not the final corner. The penultimate corner. Now it's the final corner. Not Serban goes second, but with a 1:23.4. What does Hernanes do? Hernanes goes pole with a 1:22.895. He sets the pace. And in the opening flying laps, it is Hernanes who draws first blood. Pierre, 1 second quicker than his personal... his previous times. He comes around the final corner now. There's still going to be 1.8 seconds quicker, but he still ends up 8th. For his jump 4/10 quicker through the second sector. Again, I swear to God he's meant to be body banned. Someone would have to double check that, I swear. Oh, not going to let me do it. Yeah, he's got a quality ban. So why is he driving? What is this? What are you doing? He improves his time by 7/10 second. He stays 7th. But dearie me. Those two are coming out on track now. Just want to check through everyone else. Chris on an out lap. He's seen Hernanos set his time. And he knows his time. He's going to beat that for now. The 26-point lead. Chris has... Well, if Chris wins this race, wins the sprint race, he is the Cockpit Rail Racing Season 4 Drivers Champion. And Nanos knows he has to win this race, though, to take it to the feature. Obviously, there'll be no safety car debacles in terms of a certain Latifi at his corner, although there is a Williams in this race, and there is a sort of a Red Bull type car in the AlphaTauri, so you never know. There could be an issue if Correa crashes out. Oh, Chris invalidates right before. That does sometimes impact. And it has impacted. He's got to go around again, which is shit over the game. It's not like it would have impacted him at all. As you see, Dev and Bastille is about to start their flying lap. So we're going to go on board Dev for this flying lap. I can't take the first corner at full speed. It is nice, but they go full speed around here. They don't lift off at all. Love it. Into now the hairpin, because that chicane was fucking garbage. Nicely into there, through the chicane. What would you call it, a chicane? Yeah. Missed the first sector time because just enjoying being on the helmet cam view. And a 53.9 for Dev to the second sector. Looks like he's on another flying lap. Oh, is that Pierre out? Pierre is it? Both are out on track. Nice smooth for Dev through the final couple of corners. This could be a good time for him. He goes 6th or 124.454. Bish still forward him into cross the line, and he goes 4th or 123.609. Chris is there. We're looking at Pierre now. He's 8 seconds down. I hope that isn't right. That surely ain't right. But yeah, Jesus, he's not having a good time. The king of the sprint race is not being the king. Is not very good at the qualifying stage of it, but in the race himself, he doesn't lose. This man, he does not lose. Hananos is 8/100ths of a second up through the first sector. This time, Chris 1/10 of a second up. At this rate, that would just put him on a pole. Just put him on a pole. I think. No, it wouldn't. Miscalculated. Goes to Latifi's corner. Beautiful to the greatest of ease. Nice camera view. Finally get some camera views. Goes to the line now. He does go pole. He gained 0.3 of a second through the final sector. Damn! And Hananos has backed out of that lap. Pierre is half a second up through the first sector, I think. Nocebo's out. Dev's dived into the pits. 1.4 seconds quicker for Pierre through the second sector. That would only put him into 9th, but he's got so much more time to gain. And he goes around the final corner. Now there's not pole time, but being an improvement. 1.3 seconds. He lost a bit of time, but he goes 9th at 125.510. He does not like this trap by the looks of it. And now us going again. We missed this first sector time because we were watching Pierre. And Hananas is pulling out. He's slowing down again. Okay. What is going on? No, Cebu is on a flying lap. So we'll see if he can improve on his time. Currently sitting 8th at a 124.596. Well, he won't be improving if he's doing that. Certain Pennant is coming out. And Not Serpent has crashed out in the slowest part of the track on the that tight right hander. That is a bitch of a corner. I do not like it. Pierre coming through the Latifi corner beautifully. Dives into the pits. Is Hananas ready to go again? Seems like he is. 2 warm-up laps now. And he's going to go for it now. Should have a nice, clear track. Only 3 cars out on track currently, including him. The one is just about to jump, but it will nowhere near affect it. He's got nobody that can affect it. And he starts off with 4/100ths of a second quicker through the first sector. Oh, bit of the wheel spin there, kicking in. He goes flying down the back straight. Locks up going into the corner there, but managed to save it nicely through. Or at least it sounds like it locked up. You never know with this game. Through the second DRS straight now. And he's 2/10 down. Oh, dearie me. He needs to pick up the pace still. 3 minutes and 16 seconds. 3:16 in qualifying remaining. Through the Tiffy corner. To the penultimate now. He realised he's not going to do it, so he backed out and he's going to go again to get some fresh tyres on. We look at certain pairing now, 8/100ths of a second down through the first sector. Can he improve? Currently sitting in 6th. One of the few drivers not to get on the podium in our time. It will be quite fitting for him. It would be nice for him to get on the podium on the last race of the season. I certainly want to enjoy it. He's 2/10 up now through the second sector for a purple personal best. Absolutely fantastic from him there. That would only put him into 5th. Comes around the final corner now. And he lost 4/10 of a second through the final sector. As he built up for speed, but not for the cornering. No. You need to have the cornering on this track. A lot of people out for the outlaps. The top 2 are not moving. Oh, nope. Tell lie, Chris is coming out. And Pierre is about to start another flying lap. England just cannot find that break. Well, the equaliser against Iceland. Not for the want of trying. Cody Odino makes a fucking tackle. Pierre is invalidated. We'll go to not Serban then. Looks like Dev's also doing his flying lap as well. Be the 50 seconds left in this final flying lap in qualifying this season. And it looks like Hananos will be... Is that... No, Chris will cross the line before Hananos. Could not certainly be the one to spoil the party for the top 2. There's not Serban. Comes to the hairpin now. Nearly 2/10 of a second quicker. Will only improve his time, not the position. He's still 6/10 of a second behind Hananos, who currently sits second on the grid. As qualifying is down, the checker flag is over. Correa and not Sibo, or the no Sibo, sorry. The only 2 drivers cannot improve. The first one will be not Serban. As he comes round the final corner, oh, this could be quick. This could be close. Oh, he improved by 4/10 of a second. Got into the 122s. A 122.932. Only stays 3rd though. Dev come round the final corner now. He improves. He goes 6th with a 1:24.311. Certain Pennant is next, and it looks like he's not going to set a time. No, he dives into the pits. For his jump, he's 2/10 of a second quicker at this moment in time. Round the final corner now. Will only potentially just beat Pierre. He does not. He lost a lot of time there. Chris round the final corner now. Chris into the pits. He invalidated. It's now Hananos. Will Hananos get pole in a race that he needs to win to keep this title hunt alive? Right in the final corner now, we'll go on board with him as he pushes to the line. This could be close. He does not go, but he's done him through. Oh, a 1:22.639. So close for Hernanos, but he will start second in the sprint race. That was so unlucky for Hernanos there. Congratulations to Chris. The advantage goes to him in this weekend. There you have it. Chris and Hernanos, as they always have. Chris at the front on pole. Hernanos right next to him as they've been all season in second. Bastille as the reserve driver coming in third. Not Serban fourth. Correa fifth. Devin sixth. Certain Pennis seventh. Nocebo eighth. Pierre sat in ninth, and the Forest Jump is the last of them in 10th. Remember, in the sprint, only the top 8 score points. So for Hernanos, it is vital he gets ahead in this race to take it to the final, to take it to the feature race, where he will need Chris to, unfortunately, not finish and him to score. You know, he has to get the fastest lap as well to be guaranteed the race, the championship. Oh, fucking Cole Palmer. Score, you twat! All you had to do was dink it in! Chelsea, bloody... How hard was that? All you had to do was just dink it! Cold Palmer, my ass! Sacco would have taken the shot. Now what are we doing? And this is why the Italians beat us in the final. We fuck around with the ball too much. That didn't we shit. Again, just remind, this is the Cockpit Real Racing, the International Racing League, where Cockpit view is forced at all times, and there is no assists in use, not even the driving line. This is the final race of Season 4. It's been a long season, though we've had some absolute memorable moments. You know, Hungary being one of the ones. Again, unfortunately, was not able to restart, was chaotic. I can't remember which one it was in Easter. Which track it was where it suddenly just turned bone dry and no one could figure out how it happened. Monaco being a fantastic race with Frankie being one of the very rare different winners of the actual feature race, because normally it had been Hernanos and Chris. Teco in the wet races, I was at Belgium, he absolutely flew through. Absolutely, we've had some fantastic races, though we did lose some of the drivers we were used to, which could have made it a bit more competitive. Have made a suggestion, Percy, for next season, because we'll still be watching me and Reese. You never know, he said we might drop in for random appearances, just because, for the fun of it. And unfortunately, Dev has had to pull out due to, again, a family emergency. Do not worry about that, Dev. Do what you need to do. That your family is more important. And we will have a quick tyre check. So, not surprising. Chris, Hernanos, Bastille, not Serban, Correa, Dev, Certain Penna, Nocebo, all on mediums. Pierre going for it on the softs. Forest Jump also on the mediums. Forest Jump needs to look at the pace a little bit. made a suggestion for next season in terms of the teams. I believe that if for of the 20 drivers, I think the top scorer should be with the lowest scorer from the previous season, and then work their way to the middle. It'd probably help for a bit more competitive in the Constructors' Championship, because with Chris and Pierre pretty much always through the top, they've absolutely walked the Constructors' Championship. They are 1 point. They have got 699 points, so they should both drivers finish. Obviously, they'll be pushing quite well. They'll be looking to get towards 750 points if they're lucky. If Pierre actually gets is a high scorer or high scoring. But Chris has shot off. He's going to be waiting a long time. He's going to wait a long time as the rest of the pack are coming through Latifi's corner. And AWS is saying this is going to be should be a medium or hard tire race. So Pierre going softs. He's looking to try and cut through the pack and maintain his record in the sprint races. One, two, three, four, 5 lights. We've got a yellow flag, but it's gone now. It's lights out. Oh, and away we go for the sprint race. It looks like Chris got a very poor start there. Hananos. Oh no, he's managed to cover it, but as he got the lead back straight away. Couple of changes now. Certain Pennis up in the 5th. Pierre up in the 7th. Fantastic start from Pierre. As the top two battle now with Bistil. Oh, Bistil, what a great start for him as well in 3rd. Round at that corner. And as they push now down the back straight, we got Hananas with Hananas right behind Chris and Bistil. The top 3 are slightly looking to pull away. Hananas looking for a little move. Is he going to make a move down the inside? Oh, he thought about it. But Chris went a little bit deep there. Is there going to be a bit of a switcheroo from Hananos? I'm doing this on my own. Gotta keep an eye on these two. These two are sort of the main focus of this championship, of today. Oh, Hananos, Chris with a bit of a nearly losing it, just managed to hold it, keeps the lead. How on earth? Well, as we're coming through the first lap, Chris has the lead and therefore the championship. Hananas in 2nd, Bistil in 3rd, Not Sermon 4th, Certain Pen in 5th. Good double position for the Ferraris there. Pierre 6th, Correa 7th, Dev 8th, No Sibo 9th, and Forrest Jump in 10th. DRS will be enabled end of this lap. As Bistil gets past Hananas, Bistil's looking to take the lead of the race, and he does. He takes the lead brilliantly, but is Chris going to come back at him? He tries to, but still with a phenomenal double overtake. Chris is looking now to make us come back at him. Is Hananas watching his title dreams completely evaporate? But Hananas has got past Chris now. Oh no! That is exactly what he needed. He needed that. He had to finish ahead of Chris in this race and score a point. But now Bistil leads this race. And DRS has been enabled to stop Bistil under a lot of pressure going down the back 2 back straights with the 2 fastest drivers on this entire season right behind him. And with DRS, a lot more battery, according to this display. Look at Hananas now. Look at this, the advantage that DRS gets. Hananas absolutely breezes past Bristol into the lead. Exactly what he needed. He needed to get a lead in this race. And now it will be only 24-point difference. Pierre has got past Certain Bennett into 5th place. Is Chris going to make a move with Bristol? No, he's going to be careful because Not Sermon is right behind him as well. If Chris makes a mistake, Not Sermon will get past him. And then Pierre's leading another group of 4 of him, Certain Bennett, Correa and Dev. No Cebu and Forrest are battling at the back of the pack. And then as now with obviously the fast lap race, he had the use of that DRS to fullest. We got a VSC. That looks like Dev's had an issue. He's got no wing. Dev has no wing. Not good for Dev. But then again, like I said, he's not actually there. Bart racing now. Chris looking to try and get past Priscilla as best he can. DRS is going to be enabled now, so he will have to be able to defend it. I think, yes, he does. It gives him very good defense there. He's got to stay within that 1 second mark of Hananos to be able to defend from Chris. He's cut the gap now to Hananos. As far as Jump gets past Nocebo. It looks like Certain Pennies all over the back of Pierre here. Chris nice again all over the back of Bastille, and Bastille's got he's not going to have the DRS now. Chris is going to get past him beforehand. He does the Max Verstappen, dives down the inside of the first hairpin, takes 2nd place now, but Hananas is a 1.4 second lead, but now the gap will be 25 points. It looks like a double move. There's 3 abreast going into that turn. And Chris has lost now 2 places. He's now in 4th. Not Serban is an unbelievable double overtake there. And Bastille has gone from 3rd to 3rd. Bastille comes back at Not Serban though, and he goes into 2nd place now. These 2 are going to be training positions for the rest of the race, I think. Unbelievable driving from these 3. Oh, Chris has nearly lost it again! How has he kept it on track? Unbelievable scenes there. If he's struggling now, 6 laps into the sprint race, what hope has he got going at the main race at this rate? If Chris retires, Hernanos has to, well, he's got to win the race regardless. See, Correa battling Serpento's dropped down to 7th after his battle with Pierre. Potentially, we did miss what happened, so I do apologise. He said there's only one of me. So I'm going to miss shit. I do try. And obviously with the battle in the top 2 are doing, the top, well, 4 are doing, or top, or 2nd or 4th. Can't blame him for sticking on them. As Correa's looking for a move down on Pierre, it's giving me a shit camera view again. Pierre, with the aid of the DRS, gets the move done. He's in 5th place. But he will not have the protection of DRS. Get off that fucking camera angle. It's not Serban Scott plus Bastille. And now we're going to have potentially another. Pierre is moving again 3 abreast. No, Serpento going round the outside of both of them. He's in 5th place now. What another double move we've seen. The DRS is working beautifully in these races. In this race. There's got a lot of overtakes off. We had more people. If only we had more people. If I could drive with no assist, I'd do it, but I can't drive. These 4 battling for points. Hananas has got a 2.6 second lead now over Bastille. And not Serban, well, not Serban, sorry. So I'll make the gap now. It'll be 23 points at this point, if the things stay as they are. As you see, Correa looking for a move on Pierre. He's have to go round the outside. But he's got a Ferrari in his way if he tries that, and it does not work. See the top 4, or the 2nd to 3rd, sorry. Not Serban defending from Bastille. Bastille's gone round the outside with the DRS. For, the power of the DRS, but not Serban with the inside on that on the hairpin. It's defending. They're bashing wheels there. They've got to be very careful with that. Very aggressive from them too. They're staying on track. We love it. Absolutely love it. Those bastards have injured Cobb. Is that Cobby or is that, who's that? Is that Matt Gay? I think it's Matt Gay. Yes, give me. I want. This is what I'd like to see. Over the head camera angles. Oh, someone's gone spinning. Pierre has gone spinning on the final corner. Not good. He's stuck. He's stuck. Is he? No, he's just waiting for. He's just waiting for Nocebo to go through. Or Dev's. No, it was Dev's car. Sorry. Chris and not Serban are battling. And he's lost the place now. Has not Serban to Chris. Chris looks like he's been charging his battery. And he's looking for a crack at Bastille now. He's going to make a move. He looks down the inside of Bastille. And they're battling wheel to wheel through the chicane. And again, there's going to... Oh, don't tell me they're going to go through this. Chris has got the move done. But not Serban is coming back at them. And Bastille as well. They're going 3 abreast again. And Chris has lost both places as not Serban goes flying through. But Bastille is coming back there with the inside line. And they are back in the status quo. Over Bastille in second, Not Sober in third, and Chris in fourth. What a sprint race this is! What a sprint race this is! Oh, Chris again, he's really struggling to keep those tyres with the grip. As we're in the final lap of the race, Hernanes has a 7.1 second lead. We cannot take our eyes off this battle for second place here between Bastille, Not Sober and Chris. These three are absolutely going hammer and tongue with each other. Chris has the advantage according to the game with the battery, in terms of battery. Are we going to see them go 3 abreast down the back straight for the first DRS zone? Sadly, we are not, and I'm disappointed. Not Sober and Chris just maintain. Ooh, nearly a collision there. Forrest Jumper Korea are battling as well through the chicane. We're keeping an eye on these guys at the moment. Not Sober's looking for a move down the inside of Bastille, and he gets it. Not Sober's in second place, but Bastille's not going to get into a switcheroo on the inside line. He's not allowing it. Bastille and Chris now are battling. Chris has got the inside. He's moving to third place. Hernanes. Well, that's not Hernanes. Here is Hernanes coming around the final corner. He will take it to the feature race as Hernanes wins the sprint race, and Bastille has got third place back from Chris just before the final corner. Chris has gone down the inside. Oh my god, what a move! Oh my god, Chris, absolutely brilliant! Phenomenal racing there from Chris. Absolute brilliant move down the inside to take third place. What the heck? Correa stopped on the line. Forrest Jump's retired in the pits. Oh my days! Why did Forrest retire in the pits? Unbelievable stuff. What I've just witnessed there between Not Sober, Chris and Bastille. That was absolutely phenomenal racing from them three. Absolutely phenomenal. But the story is, Chris has come home in third. The gap is 24 points between him and Hernanes. Hernanes still has the chance. He has to win this race to give himself the chance of becoming the Cockpit Real Racing Season 4 Drivers' Champion. Why did it do that? Whew! And there we have it in terms of the sprint race. Hernanes in first, Not Sober in second, Chris in third, Bastille fourth, Certain Penna fifth, Correa sixth, Pierre in seventh, Nocebo in eighth. Those are the point scoring positions. The Alpines, unfortunately, neither one picking up points. Whew. A moment to breathe before the battle for the championship continues. And those are the beeps I can hear, so we are about to start the feature race. "29 laps. And if the racing is going to be as chaotic as the sprint race, it's going to be fun to watch. We'll have a quick tyre check as usual. So, starting off the bat, Hernanos has a hard on. Not Serban, Chris, Bastille, Certain Pennant, Correa, Pierre, and Nocivo, all of mediums. Forrest Jump with a hard on, and Dev with those medium tyres. So now it's giving up the speed advantage to the start, but he's going to go longer in this race. With only 10 cars, maybe a little boring in some places. Hope potentially, though, no safety cars unless someone has a massive crash in things like Latifi's corner. You know, Correa, be careful. I remind again, this is the Cockpit Real Racing, the International Racing Friendly League, where it's Cockpit View at all times, and they send in their own videos to prove this as well. No assists, not even the driving line. This is the feature race in Abu Dhabi, Season 4, Race 26 in the Yas Marina Circuit, where the Drivers' Championship has come down to this 24-point gap from the current poster to Hernanos. Third place, Chris, on this grid, is leading the championship. Hernanos has to have a perfect race and pray Chris does not score. Chris scores points, Chris wins the Drivers' Championship. It is that simple. And as they line up on the grid now for the final race of the season. No heroics into turn 1, boys. We want a good, clean race. Good luck to you, to all 10 of you. And for the final time, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights. It's lights out. Oh. And away we go! Hernanos with the start. He has the lead. Chris is already in second place. And Bastille dives straight down the inside, trying to cut off Chris, but it doesn't happen. Not soon with a poor start there, but we're not going to be too worried about that. Pierre up in the 6th place, Correa 7th, Nocivo 8th, Dev 11th. The Alpines of Devon Forest Jump are in 9th and 10th. Pierre passed Certain Pennant already, and Pierre Certain Pennant's going back at him now. They're going board actually very quickly. We can see that Chris is pushing Hernanos. Hernanos is losing the lead to Chris, but it's not all to play. It's no panic at this early stage of the race. Chris has those medium tyres on, so he will be a little bit faster off the start line, as Hernanos has the hard tyres on. Just looking a bit further back now. You see Pierre in between in a Ferrari sandwich. Nocivo sat in 8th, chasing Correa. The top two have already pulled out a 1.3 second lead from the pack. And there will be interviews with the podium sitters at the end of this, at the end of the feature race, as Chris opens a 8/10 of a second lead from Hernanos, but that's due to the tyres, so we're not too worried about that. It's a long race. Just keep plugging away. Go now. DRS has been enabled as they'll start lap 3. Oh, hello. What's happened to Hernanos? He's gone spinning. Hernanos! No way! Is that damage to the wing? It is damage, so we've got a virtual safety car. Hernanos' title dreams are going up in smoke. He has dropped down the pack now with a damaged wing. His entire strategy has gone out the window under this virtual safety car. Not good at all. And we are starting back again though. Chris has a 4-second lead over the top. 4-second lead. And Hernanos' title hopes, well, they're all but gone really. Hernanos. Pierre's now up into 4th place and he's battling Vistila, not serving now. The DRS Pierre moving to the left-hand side, the inside lane. Is he going to do a double on them? Oh, he cannot get the double move done. Excuse me. But he does take 3rd place. If they come back round at the 2nd hairpin, Hot Sermon is holding that 2nd place. These guys are just, they're trying to get an inch. The feature race is not going to be as chaotic straight away. Though Bastille has lost 5th place to Certain Penna as he came steaming through there. Certain Penna is wanting that podium position. As he purples the 2nd sector. Correa's got onto this fight now. Oh, but he's gone flying off into the wall. He's out. Correa's out. That's going to be a safety car. That's got to be a safety car. It is a full course safety car. And that will allow Hinanos to potentially pit. Again, get fresh boots on them and go to the end of the race. What is he going to do? He does make the move into the pits. What is his plan? What is his plan? He's gone to the hard tyre. He is going to the end of the race now. Maybe it's not all doom and gloom for him. You have a long way to catch up though. Will Chris go into the pits? Should imagine he would, but then he's only lap 6. So it will be 22 laps. And he is making his way into the pits. I would imagine pretty much everyone does. Chris, he is obviously going to the hard tyres. Alpines are double... not the Alpines. AlphaTauris are double stacking. Ferraris are double stacking. Everyone has pitted. We'll do a quick tyre check in a second. We'll do that now. Looks like everyone's pit stops have been completed. So, Chris has gone to hard. Well, Chris, not so, and Bastille, Pierre, and Certain Penna have all got absolute fresh hard-ons. Forest Jump has gone to a soft, so he's completed. No Sibo, Dev on fresh hard-ons, and Hanados on 3-lap old hards. Well, it's been poor from England tonight. Cole Palmer should have scored. Harry Kane probably should have scored. Defence has been very fragile, surprisingly, without Harry Maguire. But I think is actually quite scary, considering people were bashing Maguire. So Hernandez is coming down the back straight, or the second DRS straight. Rest of the cars have caught up, so I do wonder if it's going to, well, it should allow them to catch up. Nice is just coming through the first corners now. Safety car should be an end of this lap. Nanos's tyres will be fully up to speed in terms of heat and grip, so he should cut through the first few cars. And it is in the lap as we expected it would be. Go not so behind Chris. Chris is going to go very, very soon. Not Sermon's got to be on his tail, really. But this has given Hanos a shot to bring the fight back. But he needs to win this race, and he needs Chris not to score. Which, unfortunately, with only 10 drivers, it means Chris has to crash out. And Chris round the final corner, he goes. He has gone. Breaks that slipstream straight away. And he's away as we are back racing. Forrest Jump gets past certain pivot into 5th place. We watch them all come through the S's. Not Server looking for a move on Chris. Hernandez has got past Dev into 8th place. Forrest Jump is all over the back of Pierre now. Those soft tyres are doing early wonders for him. As with no DRS, just pure straight line speed, Forrest Jump is into 4th place, and he's looking to make some moves with these soft tyres. So we look at Hernanos now. Apologies, not a lot of action, except for Forrest Jump looking to make a move now on Bastille into third place, but these two are going to go wheel to wheel around the corner. Forrest Jump with those soft tyres gets the move done, and Pierre looking to try and make a move. But he's been held up at this moment. And now it's closing on Nocebo, and he gets the move done on Nocebo as Forrest Jump and Pierre trade places with Bastille. Pierre's into third place now. Oh, there's been a tag though. Oh no! Oh dearie me! Oh no! And now they're probably thinking that's the wrong AlphaTauri. A spin there, then I don't know. I thought it must have been certain penalty that's gone right into him, smashed him, and he's damaged his wing as well. And that's allowing Hernanos to get up the pack. Did Forrest Jump get affected by that as well? Fresh wings for everyone. Well, for them too. They're both going to soft tyres, which is an interesting move on that one. Drive-through penalty for Pierre for speeding under the VSC. Ay, vey. Missed that penalty come up for, and double drive-through, one for certain penalty as well. Speeding under the VSC, those as Penna and Pierre both complete their drive-through penalties. The top two have just fucked off, Chris and not Serban. Ironically, the teammates of them two are battling each other as well. It's a battle between the AlphaTauris and the Ferraris at the front and back of the pack. Try and give as many, we'll give all the drivers screen time, as there is only 9 of them left watching the race. Unfortunately, again, another lull in the race that will only be brought back with a safety car. The bottom two getting stung by a spin of Pierre, and then both of them smashing into each other. And Nanos with a penalty. And that is a 3-second penalty for multiple warnings. This is, of all the races, start getting penalties for Hernanos. This is not of. It's just gone horribly wrong for him. As Dev also gets a 3-second penalty for multiple warnings. We see the Alpine boys battling each other now, 4th, 6th place. Oh no! But Dev's gone spinning. That's allowed for us. He luckily did not hit his teammate. Seven, is he starting to catch? Not really. Chris keeping it just within that second. Or just outside of that second, really. And therefore, you know, the championship, Chris is tasting it, really. Yellow flag. Sector 2. I think that was Dev. Yeah, it was Dev again. Going for a spin. Frosh him all over the back of Nocebo. And with the aid of the DRS, goes flying past into 5th place. Certain Penna and Pierre are battling for that last, well, for 8th place. And it looks like Pierre has finally got what he wants, and that is the 8th place. give so many space. It's only really the bottom two that are fighting for that final points positions. It's not going to affect really the championships in terms of that. The one battle we were hoping to see has unfortunately just gone up in smoke due to spin for Hernanos when he lost his wing. Nine laps to go. Forrest Jump is getting on the back of Hernanos now. Excuse me. As Dev pits on for those soft tyres. Oh, Hernanos has gone spinning again. Is he stuck? He's not moving. He can't move. Oh, no. Oh, what a way for his title dream to go up in smoke. He won the sprint race. He's beached. He's been disqualified. Chris will be the Season 4 Cockpit Real Racing Champion. Unbelievable. Oh, yeah, right. So he can't get going, but when he gets disqualified, the game gets him going. Absolutely ridiculous how this game figures that out. Unbelievable. Of all the things that happened to Hernanos, that is the worst possible way to lose the championship. Winning the sprint race, he spun earlier in the race, and then he spins again, gets beached, and he cannot get away from it. Excuse me. As you see, Chris, this won't be the way he'd have wanted to win it. He'd have loved to have battled Hernanos all the way to the end. But he's been the most consistent all season. Oh, I don't know if that was lag or what, but doesn't matter what Chris does now. Chris can crash out, but he won't want to do that. Oi. What a way to win the season. Unfortunately, with the gaps, it's just... usually this pro could have been a time where me and Reese were talking about it's like our favourite race of the season, our favourite moment of the season. Well, the good thing we really, it's one of the few things where I actually will miss when I step down is just the when these guys are together, sort of clumped together in packs and they fight, as we saw in the sprint race earlier, they can produce some absolute exciting battles. And these guys are quick. As we say, the cockpit rail racing, they're racing cockpit view at all times. No assists, not even the driving line, and they race clean, fair. It's absolutely unreal, especially when you see people like in the lobbies nowadays that they smash into each other like absolute arseholes. But these guys are something different when it comes to it, and I speak for myself, we have really enjoyed our last 2 seasons in commentating on this. Both stepping down for our own reasons, and we've explained this to the founder, though we have been told the door is always open should we want to return or do like a special guest commentary. I don't see why we couldn't do that, some potentially, but it's just, yeah, we have enjoyed it. It's not something we can continue, unfortunately. And what a season! And last season was dominated pretty much by Piscatello, and he ended up not winning it. This season, it looked like Chris was going to absolutely dominate it, and then Hernanos came flying back. And I think if Hernanos, they said he missed more races than Chris, if he maybe in just one more of those races, it could have been something different. But today, the luck in the feature race has not been on Hernanos' side. Chris has been the most consistent driver all season. Even Hernanos said last week that he didn't think he was going to win the title. As secrecy, he's got a 2.9 second lead over Not Serban. And he's just chilling around the track now. As Not Serban and Forest Jump get 3-second penalties for multiple warnings. Is it really a track you get penalties on? Mostly just that chicane that does it. Or potentially the final corner. But now, yeah. Chris did his job. Head in the race. And he's just absolutely... Yeah, well, he's dominating it. For himself. And he's going to walk away. It's going to be a double... Well, the double for the AlphaTauri boys. They got the constructors sewed up a long time ago. Over 700 points. And now the Drivers' Championship is going to be coming to the AlphaTauris as well. Canadian Practice 2 is starting now. Canada, one of Minor Reese's favourite races, just because it's always a chaotic race. I mean, people go to, I think it's 2011 with Jensen Button and Vettel. Probably the greatest Canadian, probably one of the greatest races of all time. And Vettel has that moment, obviously, with Hamilton a few years ago as well, where he should have won, and I always think he should have won that race. Forrest Jump is gaining on Versteel here for that final podium position. And we're going to go now. It is the final lap of the final race of Season 4. And we're going to have this all going to be to Chris Sniper. He has absolutely dominated this season, really, in terms of speed. Impossible really to keep down. We thought a couple of times potentially he's fallen out of this, and then all of a sudden he's just not gone through. He's ripped through the pack to get into the podium positions. Thought he had the challenge of Hernanos. Unfortunately, Hernanos wasn't able to keep it all the way through to this final race. Potentially, if Hernanos had been able to not been football, he might have been ahead. But who knows? Chris is, like I said, he's been the most consistent this season. Really, not many issues, not many mistakes. Absolutely, him and Hernanos deserve to be champions of the season, but it is going to be given to Chris, obviously, as he will now win in Abu Dhabi. Coming through the final sector now, through Latifi's corner, coming to put the cars out. It's going to be a double for the AlphaTauris, and as he rounds the final corner now, he's going to be loving life. And for the 26th race of the season, Chris wins in Abu Dhabi, and he is the Cockpit Racing Champion. The Racing Champion. Not Serban come home in second. Versteel will come home to hold off Forrest Jump for that final podium place. Oh, as Forrest Jump does a very, very nice spin there. I smash it to the board, or into the side barrier there to come home in fourth. No Sibo though, he's had a very lonely race. Really, he's going to come home in fifth place. Pierre, Dev and Sarah Pedro will come home to finish in 6th, 7th and 8th, but we'll watch No Sibo coming across the line now. But this season belongs to Chris and the AlphaTauri boys. Absolute fantastic seat performance from them. Over 700 points. And speaking of it, here he comes down to cap off an unbelievable season for AlphaTauri. Pierre didn't manage to win the sprint race this time, but he does come home and get some more points. Dev comes home fourth, and the founder's friend Serpent comes home in 8th place. But this belongs to Chris, and there you see his car there, celebrating that win. He is the Cockpit Racing's world champion. We will obviously be doing interviews after the podium place is done. But absolutely unbelievable performance. And there you see him there. Little skip. Showing that Vettel number 1. And they had the final standings. Chris come home. He came 3rd in the sprint, but with the race and the fastest lap point, gets 26 points. Not Serban will come 2nd. There's hang on. It lets me do it. Not Serban came in 2nd. Bistille 3rd. Forrest 4th. No Sebo's 5th. PS 6th. Dev 7th. Serpenna 8th. Correa did not finish, and Hernandez was disqualified because he got stuck. We will go now to the interviews. Just waiting for the podium positions to jump in, if they are going to jump in. Oh, they jump in. Hello. There he is. Well, it's just me today.
Hello.
Hello. Well, we'll start with you, not Serban. Congratulations on the podium. Absolute phenomenal sprint race, I will say. How great performance in the feature race. How did you feel it went for you, really? And, how did you feel about last race of the season, finishing on such a high?
Well, first of all, congrats to Chris. Obviously, the champion. Honestly, it felt great, but also a bit frustrating because I was pushing my arse off, if I might say, and I couldn't catch him, so he drove like a robot today. But the sprint race was great fun, honestly. It was crazy. I don't know how it was from the commentary box, but
Chaos.
from the cockpit, it was It was chaos, yeah.
So
DRS games.
yes, well, it wasn't just you three. There was the group of four behind you also doing the same.
Yeah, well, did Chris win the sprint race?
No, Hananos won the sprint race. So because Hananos won the
yeah.
sprint race, took it to the feature race. So Hananos had to win,
Yeah, so,
and Chris couldn't. Basically, had to crash out.
okay.
But
Yeah,
obviously
well,
didn't happen.
Hernano was like 8 seconds ahead, but it was like a 4-man fight for P2, so yeah.
Are you looking
That's
forward
fun.
to next season?
Well, I would say yes, but I'll still be a reserve because of university, so
Well,
I'll pop around from time to time, yeah.
okay. Well, I'll keep an eye. I mean, out of me and Reese are not. Me and Slav are not coming to be commentating for our reasons next season. But we'll have to keep an eye out. We never know. We might pop in for some special guest commentaries on certain races. So,
Yeah. Looking forward to it.
But now we'll move on to Chris. Congratulations, not on just the win, but on finally getting that drivers championship. Potentially not the way you were thinking you would wanted to win it, with Hernano sort of spinning out and then getting DQ'd. But other than that, congratulations. How do you feel?
I feel great, really. Thank you. Really, thanks, mate, to actually hear me every Friday, or at least when I'm on the podium. And, yeah, I feel great winning this championship because it was not something too easy. It was actually a great fight with all these guys, and also congratulations on for not Serban. I mean, he was behind the whole time, and it was really getting tough to try and not let him in the DRS. And I won the last race, so I actually needed to do less in order to win this championship. But the moment I knew that Hernanos was in the stuck in on the curb, yeah, that was it. I didn't won the championship, and it's a great satisfaction for yourself. All the great things that comes after winning a championship. Tonight I have it for now.
A beer, and finishing watching practice too. That will be the thing.
Sorry,
Have a drink and
I
finish watching practice too, or second practice in Canada.
Canada.
It's a, it's
Canada.
it's the Canadian it's the Canadian weekend.
Are we talking about the Real Formula One?
Yes, an RL is in Canada.
Oh, I actually just saw when you drove that he was in the wall. Actually, I just saw that. I need to see some highlights because I needed to see the race, and I got a pool party before the race. So it's summer. I finished at school because I'm in school right now. There's not always time to watch Formula One. I mean, when there are some friends to do some other things. I like to do that.
Ah. Well, yeah, like I said, it's been an absolute phenomenal season for you guys, for everyone, and especially for you and Pierre AlphaTauri. I can only speak for myself and Reese. Well, for myself, hopefully Reese. Well, it's been an honour the last 2 race seasons commentating on this entire thing. Hopefully we might return at some point, but we don't know if and when. But we are going to stick around. Founder has basically said that, like I said, the door's always open for us, and we will look forward to seeing how you guys kick on in the next season. So thank you very much.
Cheers. Thank you.
Thank you to you and on the Friday that you were here to listen to us.
Thank you very much.
Thank you to the guys at the factory. Still wear eyes, stuff like that.
Thank you. We'll see you later.
Thank you. Have a great weekend, great summer, great fall.
You too. Bye bye.
You too.
And there you have it. That was the podium sitters. Well, two of them, as Bishtil wasn't able to join. They said this is the Cockpit Real Racing International Racing Friendly League. Cockpit view at all times. No assist, not even the driving line. This was the final race of Season 4 in Abu Dhabi, as we saw Chris crowned the champion. Unfortunately, Reese not here tonight, as we said at the start, but I speak for him as well as say thank you very much for joining us every weekend that we've been doing this. And I would say thank you very much, and we will see you in the future, hopefully. Good night.